Your brother's Space Marines, as strong and noble as you, notionally, their unannounced presence on your homeworld is troubling though, as is their refusal to respond to your comms with anything other than bolter fire. We must assume that they are hostile until we hear otherwise. Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Gladius. And when we left off, we had just produced a captain, and we're also waiting for our chaplain and indeed some, well, the research is obviously being done on the Devastator Space Marines, which are obviously going to be extremely good. Alright, so now let me see if I can actually there they are. They ran off over there, didn't they? That's kind of annoying. Okay, well, Oh, can he level up? Oh, it seems like he can level up again. That's fantastic. Okay, well, I should probably... Ooh, we got some new stuff here. Okay, so increases the damage of the chaplain and adjacent allied units. That might be kind of nice. Restores the morale of adjacent allied units and reduces the morale of adjacent enemy units. Now, I think we're going to go for the damage increase. That sounds like a good idea to me. Alright, and we also do have, of course, our... Rite of War there. It has a cooldown of 3 turns, and it lasts 1 turn by the looks of things. Okay, well, let's move on. Right, yeah, there we go. Now, hopefully those enslavers are gonna, yes, move back towards me just a little bit, because I think I'm in range there to be able to hit them at least once, which I think would be quite nice. And hopefully then our units will be freed. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's what we like to see. And now maybe can I actually? Nah, I can't do anything else. Okay, so there's the chaplain. Well, let's finally get him moving over. And hopefully he's going to help us out sooner rather than later. Ah, the enslaver is running off so far right now. I'm going to need to start pumping out some additional units as well, because obviously there's just so many enemies right now. That's exactly the reason why I kind of wanted to get those Devastator Space Marines, because I personally feel like they're going to be really good against these high HP targets. Those guys usually are pretty good when it comes to larger units and everything. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of bad, isn't it? Okay, so I could deal some damage to these fellows. Do I want to use a frag grenade here? That's going to deal 6.3 damage, and that's 5.6. I'll just go for a power strike. I mean, that's the best I can do. We're not going to take that much damage, thankfully, just due to us being an absolute beast, or the captain being an absolute beast, that is. And hopefully once this chaplain gets into range, we'll be able to utilize even further damage increases and all kinds of wonderful stuff like that. Now, hopefully the enslavers are just on a kind of patrol path, and once they have maybe gone around once, they might actually come over here and, you know, take us mano a mano, perhaps. That would be kind of nice. Anyway, the battlefield echoes to the furious roar of heavy weapons as the Devastators open fire. No matter the target, no matter the odds, a Devastator squad carries sufficient firepower to obliterate their enemies in a matter of moments. Even mighty war engines cannot stand against these deadly accurate support troopers. Alright, so that's exactly who we are going to start getting soon, but obviously not just yet. I'm going to attack these guys again. I will probably have to move my captain back at some point, but for now we're going to get the chaplain in here, and hopefully we're going to be doing pretty well. Ah, look at that. Buys and sells items for influence. Available at the trader encampment, which is over there. So if I actually did have more influence than I currently do, I actually have -1 per turn right now. So I'm going to need to rectify that by constructing some sort of building or whatever the case may be. And look at that. Do you see that? He ran in there with his flamethrower and did a little bit of extra damage there as well. Okay, so let's choose some more research here. And we're going to go for a librarian, which has versatile psychic powers. It's going to take us 8 turns to research that. And as I say, hopefully we'll be able to do something a little bit more to try and rectify our influence situation as well. So once we have claimed our tiles and done every other thing that I've queued up, then we will be able to move forward with that. Okay, so let's see if I can finally kill this. I think that is it dead? No, it's not. It survived. It survived by a very small amount. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Oh well, never mind. Alright, we now have some tactical space marines back here, and they're going to move a little bit slower than I would like, but that's just how it goes. Okay, so now we can order a couple of extra troops here. So let's get some Devastator Space Marines. It's going to take 7 turns for that to happen, which is kind of bad, but it's alright. It's okay. What else do we want to get here? We want to get one of these. Yeah, that's definitely for sure, because it only takes 4 turns. It's going to give us an extra 6 influence. I think I'm actually going to be building another one as well, because let's face it, we're going to need influence if we want to purchase some items from that encampment. Alright, so now my captain is having a bit of an issue here by being quite low in HP. And I mean, these ambuls, they're not exactly difficult to take out, but they are just doing enough damage to be quite a pain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and focus them down a little bit here. Nice power strike should do a little bit at least. And now we can send our chaplain around here. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what we wanted. Very nice. Wow, that was actually a huge amount of damage. And now we can get our Space Marines. We do just need to have units on the battlefield. I mean, obviously, losing those couple of units in the first early turns of the game, that's never a good idea, but it did give us valuable information in regards to what enemies are over in the Dry Bones Desert for the moment. So at least we know exactly where we need to go, and that did result in us finding the relic, which is kind of nice. Anyway, let's just take these guys out, and I think we should be able to finish them off. Yeah, there we go. Alright, very nice indeed. Are they actually getting experience from this? No, it seems like they're just... Oh, they are getting experience. Oh, fantastic. Okay. I thought to myself, oh no, they're not getting experience, they're just getting HP back and everything, but no, it's pretty good. Okay, so let's go up with our Tactical Space Marines. They do have grenades, of course. Everyone can use grenades, which is pretty awesome. And these fellows did level up, so let's see. Oh yeah, we're going to get Healing Surge, aren't we? I mean... oh wow, the chapter gains influence when the captain gains experience? +4 influence per experience. That actually sounds really good. I'm going to go for that instead. And the chaplain can also level up. And we're probably going to go for this, which increases our morale. And I think that's a good idea. Okay, so they're level 2 now. That's pretty awesome. And we can continue onward. Yeah, hopefully those buildings are going to be complete relatively soon, or at the very least, hopefully we're going to get experience with our captain relatively soon, because otherwise, we're going to be in some trouble. Our influence is going spiraling down the drain right now. Anyway, let's move our Space Marines over here and capture the relic. There we go, we captured it. Okay, so this relic is giving us... Yeah, there we go. We are getting plus 20% damage. Now that's pretty awesome. Hopefully it's going to help us out to defeat those... Where have the enslavers gone? I have no idea where they went to. They obviously were very, very scared of us. I don't blame them. I mean, would you really want to fight one of these chaplains? I mean, they're pretty scary looking. Ah, hello. We've got some... Croot hounds or something? Yeah, there we go. And shall we... Do we want to use anything? No, we don't need to use any abilities. Oh, nice. Took out 2 of them in 1 hit. Very nice indeed. Okay, so now we can technically take our Tactical Space Marines over here and just lend support, which is hopefully what the Devastator Space Marines are going to do once we get them up. With these hero units, we might actually be able to even take on those Katachan fellows. Anyway, you are low on resources. Yes, I know. That's kind of unfortunate. Ah, there we go. Now we can actually shop at the item vendor place. Oh my, there's actually a lot of really good stuff here, and I can't afford any of it. Not that many, yes, note that many common items have a limited number of uses, but the Jukero have an endless supply of these. The rarest and most powerful items available are artifact items, many of which cannot be bought, but must be acquired in other unknown ways. So as you can see here, you can get digital weapons, you can get the Morning Blade of Lazarek, you can get Forbidden Knowledge, which gives you an increased level, and there's all kinds of other amazing stuff. So yes, hopefully once we get a little bit of influence, we'll be able to get something from that. And who's that? That's just some guardsmen over there. We can deal with those. And we're actually dealing a nice bit of damage from our Overwatch here as well. It's a pretty large map as well. I'd like to go a little bit more to the north here, or do I even need to? Maybe I don't even need to be honest. Oh, it seems like our captain is being attacked now. It wasn't left alone. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh well, this is going to deal a lot of damage. And we can finish these guardsmen off, hopefully. It seems like they always manage to live with just a sliver of HP, don't they? There they are. And they have returned with... Oh, they've returned to steal my relic. Oh, well, that's great. Well, technically we stole it first, so I guess they have every right to do so. Eyes blazing and fists crackling with the roiling... I thought I was going to say rolling. No, roiling energies of the warp. Space Marine librarians stride into battle to destroy their foes. Some hurl blasts of force that crush their enemies to paste, while others twist the flow of time itself, or revitalize their brothers with incredible surges of vitality. However they choose to fight, all librarians are powerful psychers, harnessing the potent mutation they bear as a force to defend humanity. And hopefully we'll be able to get some of those recruited relatively soon too. Oh, and apparently we have produced some Devastator Space Marines. That's going to be awesome. Alright, so let's take our chaplain over in this direction. That's where our enslaver enemies are. And, well, I'm not going to do any kind of buff here. I don't think I really need to right now. Alright, let's move around here. I think that should be fine. And oh yeah, these guys have absolutely amazing weapons. As you can no doubt see, they're using las cannons. Their accuracy is awful apparently, but reduces accuracy after moving. Oh, I see. But it does have huge amounts of damage, armor penetration, all that good stuff. So let's hopefully be able to move out here and do a little something something. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get that librarian, aren't we? I don't think I have enough... Yeah, I don't have enough resources. Of course I don't. Of course I don't. Okay, well, let's see. I'm gonna build over here, I guess. Just gonna build some more of these influence-producing buildings. And is there anything else I really want to get here? Well, requisitions might be going down relatively soon as well, so maybe that would be an idea, but you can see here that I'm actually constructing one of those. It's going to take 1 turn, so that's good enough. And all of these actually... acquiring tiles actually does cost influence, so that is obviously a bit of an issue, but let's get another couple of Devastator Space Marines, because it might be an idea in case we come across an enemy town, which is probably going to happen sooner rather than later, perhaps. What's this? Increases the accuracy of Devastator Space Marines. Increases the damage of bolt weapons. Tactical Space Marines gain the ability to deploy a melter bomb that is highly effective against heavy vehicles, or building that constructs new buildings and generates influence. That might actually be really awesome, but for now we're going to go for the Devastator Doctrine, because in general I think we're actually using quite a few Devastator Space Marines right now, and it would be quite advantageous, perhaps, to improve them just a little bit. Alright, so let's tackle these hounds and take them out, hopefully. Yeah, they're gonna survive with a little bit of HP, of course. And where have those guys gone? They're just gonna run away again? Are you serious? Okay, well, let's just claim this. And we're just going to move everyone into kind of a little bit of a formation here. And we'll see whether we can try and trap them, I guess. Oh, and those hounds are running away as well. Yeah, that is a bit of an issue, really, isn't it? Oh, nice. They're actually coming back here. That's great. That's really, really good. Taking a huge barrage of damage from our tactical space marines right here. And then attacking them? Oh, that's very strange. I actually thought they were just going to run away completely, but it seems like they are wanting to stick around and actually attack things, which is good for us. So let's see if I can move over here. Yes, this infantry unit has a heavy weapon equipped. Heavy weapons carried by infantry suffer an accuracy penalty if the unit has moved. Well, of course, I kind of had to do that to get into range to begin with, so I think I have 17% accuracy. Oh, that actually did work. It actually hit them, wow, pretty nicely for 5.3 damage, not bad. And I think our captain should be able to eliminate these guys. Let's use our power strike. And the last blow will go to our tactical space marines. I think that's pretty good. Or not, as the case may be. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised. Right, so everyone gained a good amount of experience right there, and oh yeah, there we go, we actually have someone leveling up right now. I actually don't know what the level up does. It probably just improves their HP slightly, maybe improves their damage a little bit. Okay, so what's going on here? Oh, we're getting some more enemies coming in, and there are actually... the ruins of Val. That's apparently something that is pretty good for us to take over. So if I could, I'm going to try and get some more influence, and hopefully that's going to make a bit of difference. Okay, so I guess we should move over here and attack them, and we'll move over here, I guess. And we'll try and kill them in one turn, if at all possible. And, are they in range? Nah, they're not in range. That's kind of unfortunate. I was hopeful that they would be, but maybe they'll be okay to at least do a little bit of damage? Yeah, a little bit of damage, not that much. But our captain should be able to eliminate. There we go. And there's my other tactical space marines. Fantastic. So now we have a pretty large amount of people. And who's that? I don't know who these guys are, but we're kind of just scouting around still, because obviously we need to make sure that we know exactly where our enemies are. We still have not encountered any of them, which is kind of strange, I'd say, because in my other game that I played before, obviously recording, you know, the previous episode and everything, I actually encountered the Necrons very, very quickly. So I'm not entirely sure if they're in this game, because it seems like the Necrons might be a faction that is pretty quick on their feet. You know, they're pretty quick to get their units out on the battlefield and moving around and everything. So let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, I have some grenades here. They're actually pretty good. 3.2 damage. Okay. Well, much less well, not much less accuracy. Actually, the same amount of accuracy. Interesting. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna fire at these guys then. Whoa, that was a lot of damage. Are you serious? 10 damage? Wow. That's crazy. Okay, well, I was not expecting something so incredibly devastating. Haha. You know, Devastators and everything. Okay, so who's the... That's a nice resource there that would be pretty good to get eventually, but obviously we've been into the desert over there. We cannot take a shortcut over that little cliff face there unless we were to get Assault Space Marines. Assault Space Marines have jump jets and jetpacks, so they're able to, I would assume, you know, jump over those kinds of difficulties and obstacles. But for now, we're just going to move onward, and we're just going to continue moving east, basically. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. And we're obviously going to continue expanding as well once we get the influence necessary to do that. And at least we are now in the sort of positive of gaining influence, and anytime our captain is actually in a battle, he's going to be gaining influence as well per... Well, he's going to be gaining 4 influence per experience point. What is that? That is an absolutely not devastating individual. I actually thought that it was going to absolutely murder us, but oh yeah, it's pretty good. It has a huge amount of defense. Yeah, that's not something I'm really willing to party with at the moment, so we are going to just move on. We're just going to move on, and I'm just going to hold position until healed. Maybe we'll get a little bit of HP back, and again, we're just going to use our units just to scout around a little bit. I know that I'm going on wireweed here, but I want to try and move as far as possible to try and scout out exactly where we need to go and, you know, which faction we're going to encounter first. I just hope that our other influence building is going to be constructed soon. One enemy is attempting to attack us. Wow, that was really not very good. Yeah, these fellows are pretty difficult to deal with, and you can see here that they're actually attempting to swarm us. I mean, that's exactly what they're meant to do. They are insects after all. Alright, so I'm not going to be able to move too far here, which is kind of a shame. Maybe I should use some grenades. Yeah, that missed. It completely missed. That was fantastic. Aha! Hello there. Who's this? This is a Space Marine city by the looks of things. Okay, so this is one of our opponents by the looks of things. And I don't exactly know whether they are at war against us just yet. Because like in Civilization, I don't believe you are at war immediately, unless you are, of course, you know, up against a faction that just has that, you know, endless war trait, or if you're playing, for example, Endless Space, or maybe even Endless Legend, which I believe one of you compared this game to, which is actually a fair comparison. I very much enjoyed playing Endless Legend, actually. Anyway, let's continue onward and see whether they're actually going to do something to us here. I'm actually kind of wondering how the AI is actually doing, because in many respects, you know, the AI might be absolutely beasting me, or they might just be doing, you know, about the same, or maybe not good at all. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, this chaplain leveled up. Let's get it another level in the damage bonus thing. And yes, no, they do want to attack us. As far as I'm aware, by the way, this game does not have any diplomacy, so to speak. So you're not really going to be able to speak to people and, you know, have peace and all that sort of thing. You know, have peace agreements, trade agreements, and so on and so forth. So yeah, you're just going to have to deal with everyone attacking us. There you go. Your brother's Space Marines, as strong and noble as you, notionally. Their unannounced presence on your homeworld is troubling, though, as is their refusal to respond to your comms with anything other than bolter fire. We must assume that they are hostile until we hear otherwise. Yeah, exactly. I'm just glad that I brought some Devastator Space Marines along for the ride, because they're going to make everything much, much easier for us with attempting to take the city, if we indeed want to take the city, which might be an idea. Okay, we can order our cities to do something now, and I should probably... there's the dormitories. Yeah, we definitely need to get some additional forces in there, and we're going to be constructing, wow, a load of those. And that's hopefully going to do pretty well for us. Let's get another bunch of Devastator Space Marines, because obviously we're going to need them if we're going to besiege a city. And I'm gonna need to restore our forces a little bit. Oh, what's going on here? Are you gonna do some trading? Seems like they want to do some trading, perhaps. Ah, these guys are level 3. Yeah, they're actually level 3. They're moving into the range of the... Wow. Did they really sustain that much damage? Wow, that's pretty crazy. Okay, well, I guess I'll just do some damage to them. Yeah, they're level 3, so I'm a bit worried about that, actually, all things considered. Okay, let's let them restore themselves a little bit. And can I fire at these guys? Nah, I'm not in range for that by the looks of things, so that's not too good. Right, let's continue scouting. Yeah, now this is going to be one of those times where I actually come across every single faction within a couple of turns, and then they're going to be like, yes, war, it's time to slaughter. That's awful. Well, at least we have come across another enemy faction. That will be it for this episode. Next time, we're going to try and take the city or destroy it. Either way, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.